Orleans at the Caesars Superdome.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started, and we are underway from the Superdome.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Winston.
There's Chris Olave.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 10 catches, 121 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
Winston's throw into the hands of Ferkser here.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. From the gun, Winston.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Jones. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The Niners at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing, Jones.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston being chased out left.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play.
Touchdown, Saints! Anthony Fertzer, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 27, Jones.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on second down. Jones. His throw incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw on third down. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw caught by Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Winston now from the 50. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Again, it's Winston. Thomas has got it. Complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. Forced out to his left. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
Kamara fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Again, Kamara.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes.
And he's going to go down again.
To Sean Wharton. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A 1st down throw for Winston.
This one taken in by Olave.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On play action, Winston.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd and very short, Winston.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Jones. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Oh, what a catch by Samuel.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. To throw is Winston. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Play fake. Winston.
Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's got room.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
On third down, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. That one good for 26 and a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Could almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49
49er touchdown.
Mac Jones.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. He makes the catch off the tip by the safety.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. After the sack on 1st down, Jones. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers.
Deebo Samuel,
60 yards.
And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. So that challenge, a successful one.
Jones on 1st down. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw again.
Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, They specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a two-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last two drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a two-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a first carry for their fullback. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Kamara up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they will take a knee here. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans.
And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree. Matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about